Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this May the 22nd, 2023. I hope everybody's having a great Monday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Monday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay. In today's video, we're going to talk about the GFS forecast model run for the next few days and maybe show you a little bit about the tropics and also what the forecast is across nationwide. Also, we're going to take a look at the National Hurricane Center, that little disturbance down there near the Bahamas, which you see on this little radar, this forecast model, right around that 1007 millibar low pressure system just east of the Bahamas. We'll discuss a little bit about that. We're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation as well. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warnings, and advisories. And also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for severe weather for today, Tuesday, and your Wednesday. Okay. If you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel yet, smash that subscribe button and you're in. Like I said, if you like weather forecast content and you like my weather forecast, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Love to have you. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road, folks, and get diving into your local forecast. Okay, as you can see, we got an area of 1007 millibar low pressure system down here just east of the Bahamas. That's what the National Hurricane Center is watching. But currently, we do not see anything developing much out of this system. You see the system down here located over Florida and Georgia and Alabama. This system here is expected to move up off the coast to the southeast United States later this week and could become an area of low pressure and could in nature, but something we're going to have to watch very closely. Right now, the Hurricane Center does not have anything yet on this system, but I would not be surprised over the next day or two they may put something, a little special weather statement for that system. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on. This is your forecast at 2 p.m. this afternoon. This is what the weather map, your weather radar would look like per the GFS. Like I say, we've got some activity over southern Canada and Washington and Oregon and Washington, Montana, and Idaho as well. Scattered activity over portions of Colorado, Kansas, and Texas. And there's that shower activity over portions of Georgia, Alabama. Y'all gonna get a lot of rain down there in Georgia because the flash flood watch is in effect for central and southern Georgia for excessive heavy rainfall possible in your vicinity. Alright, we're gonna go out to 2 p.m. on your Tuesday. We still have scattered showers still down here. Well, widespread showers and storms from Florida all the way off into the coastal waters of the southeast coast. Back in toward the Atlanta area, back over toward Birmingham, Alabama, down toward the Gulf of Mexico. Still got a system up here in southern Canada bringing some rain and maybe some snow in your vicinity. Also over southwestern Canada. Still got scattered activity over here in the western portion of the United States, back in Utah and also into portions of Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, and also into Texas as well, and Oklahoma and Arkansas from that system. There goes that little system there, kind of weakened a little bit, but it'll gain more. It'll become a system later on. See, by 8 a.m. Wednesday morning, you can see. Sorry about that. Wednesday morning at 10 with Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota as well. We continue to go forward. There goes that 1005 millibar low pressure system. That's the one that was down here near the Bahamas. By Thursday, it will be located off the mid-Atlantic coast. And there's that little system there at the coast. If we go forward in time, voila, that system there kind of breaks up as it moves off to the northeast. And there's that little low pressure system developing off the Carolina coast, 1005 millibar. This would be by 8 p.m. Thursday evening. That's where that low pressure system should be located. Also, back over in the west, we still got scattered shower and thunderstorm from Texas back in the portions of Kansas, Nebraska. Also back in the portion of Montana, back over in Idaho, and also in the Washington and state and Nevada, Canada. We go a little bit further with the forecast movement. We're going to stop it at 2 a.m. On Saturday morning. We have a 1,006 millibar low pressure system, bringing a lot of precipitation to the Outer Banks of North Carolina, even over toward the Grand Strand region of South Carolina. Got a little system here bringing some shower activity over portions of Tennessee, back into portions of Mississippi and Alabama. Still got a lot of precipitation extending from Mexico through Texas, New Mexico, all the way back into Colorado, back all the way up into Montana, North and South Dakota, all the way back over to Montana, Idaho, and Southwest Canada, even Southern Canada getting in on some action. You guys still dominated by high pressure over the northeastern United States. You can see there we are by 8 a.m. Saturday morning still. We got that low pressure system located off the Grand Strand region of South Carolina, not too far from Myrtle Beach. Still bringing on shore moisture, bringing it to eastern North Carolina, eastern South Carolina as well. That system moves on shore, could bring some heavy precipitation to portions of the PD region, even the northern middle of the South Carolina, coming up on portions of your Saturday, also into portions of North Carolina as well. So, and then as we continue to go on into Saturday afternoon, you can see that low pressure system moves in on around the Grand Strand, around Myrtle Beach, still bringing precipitation to North Carolina, up much of South Carolina, central and northern South Carolina, also eastern North Carolina, and the southern Virginia. And that system continues to lift on off back to the northwest, drying the Carolinas out, drying South Carolina and Georgia out. North Carolina still getting some rain. Back up into Kentucky and Tennessee, also Virginia and West Virginia. We still have scattered activity over here in the west, from Texas all the way into Nebraska and Kansas. Also over here in portions of Montana, Idaho, and Washington and Oregon states as well, and southern Canada as well. This is on the 28th, so that will be your all the way out to Sunday. All right, and then we'll go from there. Still bring some scattered activity, more scattered activity to the southeast, back into your Memorial Day. So cannot rule out some showers and thunderstorms around the Memorial Day weekend, and also into your Memorial Day as well. All right, let's take a look at the National Hurricane Center forecast. We're going to talk about that little system here. There it is, located east of the Bahamas. You've seen it on the model run, which way it went. In the southwestern Atlantic, showers and a few thunderstorms associated with a broad area of low pressure located a couple hundred miles northeast of the central Bahamas remain poorly organized. Strong upper level winds and dry air are expected to prevent development, while the system moves generally northwestward at about 5 to 10 miles per hour over the southwestern Atlantic during the next day or so. So formation chance through the next 48 hours low 10%. Formation chance through the next 7 days is low, around 10% for development. All right, let's move on to the weather radar across the nation. Sorry about that pop-up, folks. But anyway, we got there's that little bit of activity moving on into the Atlantic waters over the North Atlantic. Got quiet conditions pretty much from Maine, southern Canada, all the way back into Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska, all the way into portions of Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina as well, Virginia, all the way into the northeast. The only shower activity I see is over here in the coastal waters of off the southeast coast, back into Georgia, maybe a little bit right there along the Tennessee, North Carolina line. But anyway, we got some activity over in the Mississippi, out in southern, central, and southern Alabama, the Gulf of Mexico, also over in portions of Louisiana, also again over here in Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Also got some scattered activity over southwestern Texas and New Mexico, and also over here in portions of Colorado. Got a little bit of snow mixed in there. Also over here in Nevada, back in Idaho, southern Canada as well. Montana and Washington State getting in on some activity, shower activity, maybe a few snowflakes mixed in with the rain. Around Guam, island there, you got some scattered activity around the island. Expect some shower and thunderstorm this afternoon. Got some scattered activity over central and southern Alaska as well, some shower activity there. Hawaii, you got a few scattered showers around the island. Puerto Rico, you got plenty of showers in your vicinity, just southwest of the island. Some of that activity may move on shore and bring some shower and thunderstorm activity to y'all's region. Alright, let's take a look at the watches, warnings, and advisories across the nation. As you can see, we got quiet conditions northeast to the Carolinas and northern Georgia. We got a few flood advisories along the coastal areas of Florida. A flash flood watch in effect for southwest Georgia, southeast Alabama, and also northern portions of the Panhandle of Florida, North Florida. Also over here in portions of northwest Mississippi. A special marine warning down here just off the coast of Louisiana. Air quality alert for southeast Texas, central and northeast Texas as well. Still got no river flood warning going on along the Illinois-Missouri River border. Also up here in portions of North and South Dakota. Also over here in portions of Idaho, northern Washington State. Also over here in Nevada, Utah, and Colorado, and also in New Mexico. Also we got some air quality alerts also in effect for southern Arizona. Hydro issues over northeastern portions of Nevada. Flash flood watches also in effect for portions of California and portions of Nevada as well. Hydro issues also for portions of California there too. Also got some flash flood watches in effect for Colorado, and got some gale warnings around the Hawaiian chain island as well. Alright, finally we're going to wrap it up with some severe weather for today. You can see we have general thunderstorms reports in New York and Pennsylvania. Also down here in Georgia, back in the Tennessee and the Louisiana. Marginal risk down here in portions of southeast Alabama, southern Georgia, the Panhandle of Florida, down into central and southern Florida. Also we have general thunderstorms from Texas all the way back into portions of Montana, Idaho, Washington State, back over Nevada and California. Also got a marginal risk over portions of over Montana as well. Also we got some over here in Texas, also into portions of Oklahoma and southern Kansas. Also we have some slight risk also in effect for Texas and portions of Oklahoma there as well. And if you're in the slight risk area, this includes Lubbock, Texas, Plainview, Texas, Pampa, Texas, Sweetwater, Texas, Snyder, Texas, Texas. I think it's Snyder, Texas. But anyway, sorry if I mispronounced it wrong. But anyway, in the marginal risk, this includes Jacksonville, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Montgomery, Alabama, Amarillo, Texas, and Tallahassee, Florida. Let's take a look at the tornado probability for today. We have some over the Panhandle, Florida, in the Panhandle, Florida into Texas. Excuse me. I don't know why I keep saying Florida. But it'll be Texas, Panhandle, Texas, into Oklahoma. But anyway, if you're in the 2%, this is Lubbock, Texas, Plainview, Texas, Liberal, Kansas, Pampa, Texas, and Boulder, Texas. The wind probability, 5% over Montana, 5% and 15% up here in Texas and Oklahoma. Also over here in Florida, back into Alabama. And if you're in the 15% over Texas, 5%, this includes Jacksonville, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, Gainesville, Florida, Abilene, Texas. 15% include Lubbock, Texas, Sweetwater, Texas, Sidney, Texas, Snyder, Texas, something like that. Sorry, Lebanese, Texas, and Brownville, Texas. The hail probability still got 5 over Montana, 5 and 15 over Texas and Oklahoma, and also over here in Florida, back into Alabama and Georgia, 5%. 5% includes Jacksonville, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Montgomery, Alabama, Amarillo, Texas, Tallahassee, Florida. 15% includes Lubbock, Texas, Plainview, Texas, Pampa, Texas, and Cinder, Texas. I think that's the name. Alright. Let's take a look at your day 2 outlook real quick. This is your Tuesday forecast. You can see we still got general thunderstorms over portions of Pennsylvania and New York. Also down here in Georgia, back into Kentucky, Illinois, Missouri, uh, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Texas. Georgia and Florida. Got a marginal risk down here in the Panhandle of Florida, down into southern Florida. Also general thunderstorms in Texas, all the way back to California, back over to Montana, back into portions of Minnesota and Wisconsin and northern Michigan. We have a marginal rift over Texas and northeast New Mexico, slight rift over Texas there, and also got a marginal rift over Oklahoma there as well. The marginal rift include Miami, Florida, Haley, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Amarillo, Texas, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The slight rift include Lubbock, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas, Plainview, Texas, and Sweetwater, Texas. Let's take a look at tornado probability for your Tuesday. 2% over Texas. This includes Lubbock, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Plainview, Texas, Sweetwater, Texas, and Sydney, Texas. Wind probability, 5% down here over Florida. Also Texas and Oklahoma. And portion of northeastern portion of New Mexico, 15% over Texas. 5% include Miami, Florida, Haley, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Amarillo, Texas, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 15% include Lubbock, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas, Plainview, Texas, Sweetwater, Texas. Hail probability for your Tuesday, 5% over central, over Florida here. Also over here in Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico, 15% over Texas. The 5% include Orlando, Florida, Amarillo, Texas, Port St. Lucie, Florida, Spring Hill, Florida, Layton, Lawton, Oklahoma, and 15% include Lubbock, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas, Plainview, Texas, and Sweetwater, Texas. And let's take a look at your Wednesday forecast. We're getting there, folks. Long video, but we're getting there. A lot of weather to talk about in these videos. We got a general thunderstorm from portion of New Hampshire, Vermont, down into portion of Pennsylvania. General thunderstorm from southern Georgia into Florida, back to Texas, all the way to South and North Dakota, Montana, back to Nevada and California and Idaho as well. We have a marginal rift over Texas, back into Oklahoma, portion of Kansas, also southeast Colorado and northeastern portion of New Mexico. The marginal rift include Lubbock, Texas, Amarillo, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Pueblo, Colorado, and Clovis, New Mexico. And the probability is 5% from Texas back into New Colorado. And if you're in the 5%, this is Lubbock, Texas, Amarillo, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Pueblo, Colorado, and Clovis, New Mexico. Okay, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. It's a long one, but I hope everybody enjoys it. I hope everybody considers subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos. Share these videos, and enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got, and we will catch you back in the next.